I see what's happening. Good morning. Welcome to the G Spot Experience with your girl Germaine for today's coffee break. So, I hope everyone is getting settled in for this coffee break. You may be sneaking away from your desk. I don't know. I don't know where you're taking your coffee break at, but I just hope you're having a few minutes to just take a coffee break with me. I'm drinking coffee today. And I think I put a little too much hazelnut cream in it, but it was really good and sweet. So, um, hey Jesse Moss 92775. Thank you for always chiming in. And so on today's coffee break, the brew is about you can't heal what you hide. Whew, man, let me tell you, these have been some hot coffee breaks, okay? Hot coffee breaks. This coffee break today, this brew today is an extension. I'm going to say it's an extension to yesterday's coffee brew, which was what is keeping you bound. So, this is going to just expand a little more into its own brew, but it may have some flavors or drippings from yesterday's brew. Okay. Okay. So as you're chiming in, just let me know that you're here, by saying hello, good morning, and tell me what you're drinking. What are you drinking this morning? And we're going to get started in a few moments. I promise, I am not going to keep you as long as I did yesterday. But you know what? The message was so good. The brew was so strong and it was so good. So, hi, I have D Mike 23 who just joined us on Instagram. Thank you so much for chiming in, and I hope you find value in this message today. This message, you can't heal what you hide. So we're just giving it a few moments as people are coming in. But if you did not see yesterday's coffee brew on what is keeping you bound, make sure you chime in and go back and replay that, okay? And just leave your feedback if you found that it resonated with you, or maybe somebody you know, or whatever it is. But just you know what, better yet, go to my YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe if you have not already. It is in the description, and just let me know your thoughts. I love to hear the feedback from the community because I can't do this by myself. It takes a village, right? It takes a village to raise individuals. So together, if we can come together and share with one another, we can really help others be able to grow and find their way through this thing called life. Because as I say, life is definitely life and right now for a lot of us. So, but let's get into the method as people are chiming in. You can't heal what you hide. So, we've been taught to tuck it away, the pain, the shame, the memory, the mistake. But here's the truth. When you refuse to face what, excuse me, when you refuse to face what you refuse to face will keep you in chains. So I don't know if that alone resonates with you, because sometimes we can carry a lot of stuff and not want it to be exposed to others. And but just know, healing doesn't happen in the dark. Healing begins with light, the kind of light that only truth can bring. Let that just stew. Let that steep for a few moments, right? Especially if you're drinking tea. Let that steep for a few moments, or let that brew for a few moments. Healing doesn't happen in dark. Healing begins with light, the kind of light that only truth can bring. So, in today's coffee break, it's a bold nudge to stop pretending you're fine when you're really fighting silent battles. Larry Sims, a blast from my past. Larry, thank you so much for chiming in. Hope you find value in today's message. About our message today is you can't heal what you hide. So, just getting into today's brew, like I said, it's a bold nudge to stop pretending you're fine when you're really fighting silent battles. You don't have to tell anyone your story, but you don't have to stop, but you do have to stop lying to yourself about what still hurts. Now, that's a lot to unpack. And so, I'm going to give you a moment to just let that steep, right? We're going to just let that steep. We're going to let that brew a little longer. But once again, this message, I'm the first partaker of my own messages. So these coffee brews. But I hope that if you are someone and you are in the midst of dealing with any type of pains that come from years of living, or if it's a fresh new wound or fresh new pain, and hurts, today is the day where you want to really confront those things within yourself. And like I said, it's your story, okay? It is what you are dealing with. And you don't have to verbalize it and vocalize it, to the world, because the world sometimes is not as friendly and they may not be what you need to help you get through your process. But for yourself, it is really being honest with you and where you are so you can find the freedom in being able to move forward and not letting these things, like we said yesterday, not letting these things keep you bound, right? So, um, if you're joining in, just hit me up in the comments and let me know you're here. I would love to know who's joining in the community. Hey, sis, my sister has joined. So on Facebook. But once again, let's talk about it. Let's get a little more into it, right? So when you stop hiding the wound, well, let me back up a little because I think this is a powerful statement. This brew is not about exposing you. It is about freeing you. So when you stop hiding the wound, the real work of restoration can begin. So I want you to pause for a moment. I want you to reflect, and I want you to begin to speak truth to yourself, because real healing commands real honesty. Hmm, that's a lot. I'm telling you, these messages, and like I said, it is not my job. I don't know anybody's story. I am in the business of telling people's story through my publishing company. And if I can say, I have published a lot of best-selling books that are from authors that have the courage and the boldness to talk about their traumas, and that have really come to a place of exposing themselves and becoming naked before the world. Because think about it, when you share your story and you put it in the marketplace, right? And the marketplace that we touch is globally. So your story is going out globally to the world. And when I tell you some of the stories that I had the privilege of publishing that has brought me to tears and me to really feel the pain of what they've gone through their traumas, through their hurts, it's amazing to me. And I honor these individuals for having the courage and the boldness to step up and free themselves by not just being honest with themselves and telling their stories, but being honest and exposing their truths to the world. That's not easy. That's not easy, because you never know what may come back. And those that may be familiar with your story, I'm going to use one story. Um, and hopefully I'm able to get her in studio with me on Author Brew Friday. And I probably, hopefully, maybe this week, I'm not sure. So we'll see what her schedule is. But I had the privilege of working with this author. Is well over, I think her book came out in 2015, maybe 2014, 2015 with me. And she's on her third book right now. But her story was so powerful because she went to, and I'm not going to give her whole story away because I do want her to come in studio, but she really got the courage through all the pain, through dealing with family and loved ones and everything, to tell her truth. And what's been amazing, as long as I've known her, and she's become a really good friend of mine, she has been able to see the level of forgiveness that has come through her sharing her story, to be able to build relationships, close those wounds that have been with her since a child, get forgiveness from her father. And also, it's just incredible, her story. And so she's really just taken the step of sharing her story in 3-part series. But I say all that because what I discovered as a book publisher is how people that talk about their traumas and find themselves pinning, when I say pinning, writing their stories, they take themselves through the trauma all over again. But what I've been finding in all these stories is there has been so much peace. They have been able to discover what they still need to be healed from. It has been so therapeutic for them that once they're on the other side and now they're holding their baby in their hand, which is their book, it's just incredible. And I am so privileged and honored to be a part of one story and helping them to take it to the world, and also helping them to find financial blessings from it. So I don't want to get caught up in all that. But yes, I am a book publisher. 17 years, over 500 books later, and I could not have built this business without all of you sharing your stories, that I'm able to partner and take your stories to the world. So, and I say all that because it ties right in to our topic of you can't heal what you hide. So a lot of people are finding their healing just by writing. If you're someone and you don't know how to deal with the pain that you're silently suffering in, I suggest, this is my recommendation. We have journals, we do. Let me just pull it out. But we have journals. This is the G Spot Experience Journal. And you know what? It's just pages that allow you to be able to talk about you, your story. And then I also have Hope of Vision journals, but we have different journals. If you're interested, you can definitely go to our website at hovpub.com. It is in the description and you can purchase those for yourself. But I encourage you to start writing. Write yourself right out of your pain into your healing, into your freedom. And you never know. One day your book, your story can become a bestseller also. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I just want to share this information, but I do want to give you some outlets on how you can transform your story into your message, into a revenue stream of income for you. But that's your decision, okay? But with this, now that I gave you time to take a pause, to reflect, and to speak your truth to yourself, because real healing begins with real honesty, I just want to encourage you that you are worthy of wholeness, and it starts with truth. Okay. So if there's anyone that's out there chiming in, thank you, Jesse. Coffee breaks are so amazing and good, my sister. Thank you so much. Um, oh, you're in Sacramento. Okay. I don't know. When I get out there, I'm gonna definitely look you up. So, but thank you guys for chiming in. But I do want to say that healing starts at the intersection of honesty and vulnerability. That doesn't mean you tell everyone your business. That's our problem. You know what? Even being on social media, we tell too much. Goodness. But that's your preference. That's on you. But anyway, protect yourself, okay? Especially if you are vulnerable, if you're going through, if you're looking to figure out how to get to the other side so you can get to freedom, and whatever pain or whatever healing needs to happen. But what you say, true facts, my sister, true fact. True facts, preach. Okay, girl, okay. But if you are someone that's truly dealing with pain that goes very deep, and you just become so used to it being there that you just shaped your life around it. Freedom belongs to all of us. We all want to be free. We all want to be free to live our lives in wholeness, complete fullness, as we journey and find purpose in our lives. So sometimes it's hard to face those things that you've buried for years. So that's why I say, if you if you can, start journaling. If you don't do it already, start writing it out, even though you may have to live through some of those painful times. But just think, if you can confront it, then you can get through it onto the other side of your freedom. Okay. And so, journal, write, get a pen, start writing. Use your phone and start telling your story through the digital recorder. Whatever it takes for you to discover the freedom you deserve on the other side, I encourage you to do it. All right. So we're going to bring this coffee break to an end because I'm always going over my 15 minutes. We're already over 16 minutes. So, once again, you can't mend what you won't admit. You can't transform what you continue to pretend doesn't exist. And my sister just reminded me, you have to forgive. Now, that's a coffee brew that we talked about. So go back and make sure you tune into that coffee brew that talks about forgiveness, because you're absolutely right. Forgiveness will keep you in bondage. It will keep you stagnated. It will keep you from being able to pivot into the place of your freedom and your purpose. So make sure you check out those coffee breaks, okay? And hey, we have more people joining. Rainy Day 8, thank you for joining. And the Harmon Entertainment Group. Hey, that's one of my business associates who's doing this thing out in Canada. So can't wait for you to get back. But thank you guys. Yes, it is a stronghold. Absolutely. Absolutely. And forgive, but don't forget. That's the thing. You won't forget, but you won't forget the pain that it may have caused you. So when you forgive and you free yourself of it, you never want to go back to that place. So, with that being said, love you too, sis. With that being said, um, praise the Lord, everyone. Thanks, Rainy Day 8. So I want to leave this with you. So remember, today's brew is a gentle reminder. Your past may explain you, but it does not define you. Let me say that again. Your past may explain you, but it does not define you. Your broken pieces don't disqualify you, they prepare you for a deeper purpose. And let's give ourselves permission to unpack the weight we've been pretending not to carry. Because freedom is on the other side of your truth. So, you know how we do. And before we do this, I'm just going to say, what don't kill you will make you stronger. And I'm going to ditto that from Rainy Day 8. She is absolutely right. And you know what? God would never put on you more than you can bear. So, watch how you're moving. And if anything is holding you captive in bondage, it's time to be set free. All right. Even the pain that may go deeper than you realize, it's time to come up out of it and it's time to go free. So, with all that being said, you know how we do. We want to sip slow, we want to heal deep, and we just want to be whole. Thank you all for chiming in to the G Spot experience with your girl Germaine. And today, like I said, this coffee brew, if you didn't catch all of it, you can definitely go back on my Instagram. Well, I got to figure Instagram out because once it's live, it doesn't go into my archive. So I'm trying to figure that out. And Gerard, I might need to hit you up to help me with that one. Okay. But also, you can catch up on it on my Facebook and my YouTube. Please, it's in the description. Go to my YouTube channel if you have not done this already. Hope a Vision Connect. Click on the link in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have great news because we're looking to hit a milestone of 10,000. And guess what? We're already at 9,500 plus. So, hey, something's happening here. I don't know. I'm just here for the ride, having fun. All right. Dangerous Chick 2, thank you for joining in the conversation. We are at the end of this coffee break, but please make sure you check it out on my YouTube channel. It's in the description. Go and subscribe and make sure you click on the like buttons. Now, I'm trying to figure out how all this stuff works, but it's working. 10,000 is on the way, and you all can help make that possible. Yes. So we'll be celebrating that. But every day we're here Monday through Friday from, I'm trying to be good about 10:30, but anywhere between 10 and 11, I'm showing up. And my whole focus with starting this was to be consistent. Be consistent and show up. And I have to tell you, as much as I fought against it, I am having so much fun joining in with the community. You guys have been amazing. New people are chiming in. And so I hope you really find value in the G Spot experience, our coffee breaks, because I know I do. So I just wanted to share and give you the opportunity to talk about how these coffee brews may affect you, these topics, because I am working out doing a mixed blend on Tuesday that includes you talking about how these different coffee topics have helped you or may not have helped. I don't know, whatever it is. So the title, give your title again for the day. Today's coffee brew, the G Spot experience with your girl Germaine, the coffee break. Today's coffee brew is You Can't Heal What You Hide. That's the topic for today. And please, this is an extension of yesterday's topic, which was what is keeping you bound? So listen to that one and you'll see how this one plays off of that one. But anyway, I have kept y'all longer than I was supposed to. I'm trying to keep these coffee breaks for 5, 10, 15 minutes because I want you to keep coming back. All right. So I will see you tomorrow. And you know what? Not sure what the topic is going to be, but chime in so you can join in a conversation with me. And remember, Friday is Authors Brew Friday. We always try to bring an author in studio so we can talk about their story and make you a part of that as well. And if you are someone that has a story that is brewing, but you don't know how to get it out into the marketplace, hey, just come by hovpub.com. It's in the description. And you know what? We will partner with you to bring your story to life. So also help you become the next Hope of Vision Publishing #1 best-selling author. So stay tuned. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye.